Hey guys, it's Dan the Medic here at the San Diego airport. SAN they call it, right? And oh boy, I screwed up big time this time. I, you know, I've never flown to take a cruise before, so I figured I better give myself plenty of time. Plenty of time, guys, in case the cruise ship come back late. Don't want to miss my flight. Now, I've heard that there are people who would book their flights along with the cruise to get an airport transfer, and if the cruise ship comes late, they'll be responsible for putting you on a better flight or whatever. I didn't do that at all. I didn't know anything about it. It was a free cruise, and I was just like, I'll just do it the regular way. I book my own flight, get over here for cheap. It's like $40 or whatever for the flight. And the flight is at 8:20 p.m. The cruise ship was supposed to arrive at 7 a.m. From Mexico, which then, because of what they say, swelling of the sea, I don't know what the captain meant by that. Sea swells. They had to reduce the speed. So we ended up getting to San Diego at 9 a.m. Oh, I'm so sure glad I booked the late flight, 8:20 p.m. And so I was thinking, like, what am I gonna do? Maybe I can go to San Diego Chinatown and give myself some beef chow fun and make a video about it. And then I was thinking, like, wait a second, what am I gonna do with this heavy, gosh darn, big old luggage bag? Turns out, and I did not know this before because I never had this issue before, on Southwest you cannot check in your luggage, which the tripod is sitting on right now, until 4 hours before the flight. I said, oh, carp, So then during the cruise, I asked them, hey, what are my options, I asked the guest services. They're saying that, oh, well, what you can do is to, actually, they said there's nothing you can do. And then I said, well, what if I just would have left my luggage accidentally on the cruise ship? Then they'll say, well, then they'll contact you by email, and then they'll see if you still want it, and if you do, they'll ship it to you FedEx. You got to pay for it, hundreds of dollars. I'm just like, oh, no, it's not worth hundreds of dollars. Just a bag of dirty clothes. And I got a lot of it. And then I looked up luggage storage or luggage check near the airport, and then there's something called Bounce or something like that, and it's like $5 you can like check your luggage. And I'm just like, oh, cool beans, right? But then it's not actually at the airport. It's as sketchy as it reads really suspicious. It's like what they do, they locate local businesses that have space to put your luggage, and you go there, give them the $5, you leave your luggage. I'm like, it's not even like an actual facility, It's like, who knows? It could be like a Starbucks. I have no idea. Mom and pop donut shop. You just leave your luggage. Oh man, so yeah. So here I am now at the San Diego airport. It's 11:20. I uploaded all the cruise videos. It didn't take long. The Wi-Fi here is fast. I mean, like the Wi-Fi literally in this spot. I went to Einstein Bagels, no Wi-Fi. I was down over there at Terminal 1. The Wi-Fi is like very small, right? I just so happened to be passing by Terminal 2 going this way, and then I hit like a sweet spot of fast Wi-Fi, but I'm unable to connect my laptop. Who knows these things? All right, so I guess I'll talk about a couple of things I did not say about the cruise. I did mention it is too small for my liking. And I do believe I said to always bring your medical supplies, because I believe And there have been stories that they helped you out, and then at the end they did not charge you. But I believe that the medical center is a fee-based service, and I cut my leg on the cruise. Cut my leg, guys. Let me show you. There we go. Terrible, guys. Go straight down this way. So you'd be like, Danny the medic, how do you cut your leg on a cruise? I don't know. All I know is that I went to take a shower, and all of a sudden, I felt a burning sensation on that spot. I looked down, and there was minor cut. Not even like an abrasion. It's like a very thin, small incision, very light incision. I don't know what I cut my leg on. You know, if you notice the Band-Aid, you're like, hey, the Band-Aid ain't covering the whole thing, right? I figured like I didn't have to, because the majority of the depth of the cut is covered by the Band-Aid. The top part that you saw is like very minor. I didn't mind that at all. But obviously, if it was like for a patient, I'll cover the whole thing. But me, I'm just like, I'll just use one Band-Aid. I'm a cheap SOB. You know, why waste the Band-Aid? Don't really need it. Rub some antibiotic ointment right on it. Wash with soap and water. So always bring your like little first aid kit. You never know these things. I could only imagine that I was maybe sleeping, and then during my violent sleep episodes, I must have toenail from the other foot, must have cut it. I don't know these things. All right. So I'll tell you what else I found out. I believe I did mention this in the cruise video. That, what was I thinking? Yeah, the tipping, right? So I asked the guest services, hey, the $17 a day, who was it for? They said back of house, waiters, housekeeping, right? Back of house meaning like people doing the laundry, people who like the cooks the food, I don't know, whatever's in the back of the house. And I'm thinking like, since when do we tip out the back of the house in life? Life, guys, right? We tip the person that interacts with you, you know, like bartender. By the way, the bartender don't get a cent of that $17 a day. I asked them, does it include bartenders? They go, no, waiters at the restaurant. I'm like, bizarre, right? Yeah, because then for the first few days, I didn't tip the bartenders, thinking that the $17 covered it. Oh, so then I tipped double and triple, you know, the last few days at the bar, because, look, I understand that if you buy their drinks at sea package or their unlimited drink package or whatever drink package, right? The cost of that package includes or will be added 18% service charge as gratuity, right? But let's say you're spending $200, right? 18% is $36, right? $1 a drink for simple drinks, right? That's 36 drinks, right? In 3 or 4 days, you know, you'll be out of like drinks, tip money, right? 36 drinks or whatever. Like if you tip $2 drink usually, then you'll be out. And it's not even $200 for the package. I don't know how much it costs, but yeah, basically you're under tipping the bartender, you know, because if you know for that, so that's just not right. especially if you go up and you say, hey, give me a cup of water and something like that that doesn't take away from your drink package. What they limit you 11 drinks a day or something like that. So yeah, that's under tipping the bartender. Not cool. And so you're under tipping the bartender. You're tipping the back of house for no reason. So I think like that is just not right. So I guess that tip also didn't go to the porters, that handle your luggage from the pier. Although I hear like that's a union position or something like that, and they're being paid extremely well, and it's not a tipping position. But usually, like, you give someone your luggage, you give them like $2, for each bag. And so that was weird. So at the end, I was like, because then I got the free bar package of the casino, right? It's called Drinks on Us While You Play at the casino. And then, so for the first few days, I was ordering drinks and was not tipping them, guys. I thought the $17 included them. Turns out it did not. So towards the end, I was giving them double. Yep. See, there's a lot they don't tell you on cruise ships. You kind of gotta know or you don't. The first cruise I went on, no idea what to do. It's like you gotta learn it on your own. Now, there is such a thing. All right, look, $17 a day, right? I believe a good portion of that goes towards housekeeping. I don't use housekeeping. I hate it when they come into the room during my stay. Every time I go to a hotel, I put up a sign, do not disturb, for the entire thing. If I need something, I'll call them, and I'll tip them. Like if they bring me a toothbrush, because I forgot mine, I tip them $1 or $2, Bring me a stack of towels, here's $1 or $2, because it's their job, So tipping housekeeping, I believe, should be done if you're putting them through excessive work that is more than what is required of them as their job. It's like you don't tip people who get salary. You tip people who get less than the living wage from the employer, waiter, bartender, right? These people, they are. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, because tips for people who aren't, you don't tip the police officer, you don't tip the court judge, you don't tip your doctor, you don't tip people who's making a living, doing the job, right? But if you force them to go beyond their job or work their butts off, like you don't tip at the retail counter, right? When you're buying something to go, you can always give them a gift if you want. Like for example, Starbucks. Starbucks, right? It's a retail thing. You go there, they have a little box for you to throw some change in if you want to, that's fine. Right? But that's not a tipped position, right? It's not service position. It's not a cafe where they come and they take your order and they go and they bring it to you in a little ceramic cup. Ain't nothing like that, right? So when people give them money, it's a gift, not really a tip. I believe the IRS kind of delineates between tip and gift. Somehow, I don't know. Right? Now, if you were to ask the barista to make you 100 coffees, for an office party or something like that, that's excessive. Even though it's their job, there's still people behind you waiting in line. They got to rush a little, you know. So yeah, give them a couple of bucks as a gift, not a tip, you know. Anyway, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. There's a standby flight I can ask them about, but the thing is, with standby flight, what's gonna happen is that they'll check your bag for the standby flight. Your bag will go into that plane. If you don't make it onto that plane, in my belief, say goodbye to your luggage. Say bye-bye, bye luggage. You know why? Because it'll get to the airport on the other side, right? It'll go around and around and around that the baggage claim thing, around and around and around, until it is the only one left, and it's suspiciously, you know, like obviously suspiciously no one picked it up. And then the agent will come, look at it, and bring it to the office. There is no directly sending it to the office. That's what they told me, right? And I'm like, yeah, so the luggage thieves, you know, they'll probably like see, oh look, no one's picking it up. They'll walk off with it. I'm telling you, I'm taking like so many flights. Never, ever did anyone check your receipt with leaving with the luggage. So I don't want to take that risk. Now, had it been like a hefty bag of dirty clothes, then maybe I wouldn't care. You know, but what I can do, remove the valuables from the checked luggage, put it in my carry-on, like my backpack. And then that way, if anyone steals it, it'll just be my dirty underwear, socks, and stuff. It'll still suck, but I wonder who's responsible in that regard, right? You get there, no one got your luggage. Do they pay you for that? That's a good question. Put it in the comments below. Anyway, I'm gonna figure out something to do because I still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours before I can check my luggage in, and then the flight is 4 more hours after that. I'm not going to keep the camera rolling because there's no way you're that bored. That's a fake tree. Look at the base of it.